Pith. Imagine a pit so deep, so vast in volume, so entrancing as to exact all my attention. A pit can be a suitable place to etch thoughts on the tabled walls which contain a seeming void. As the timely weave of silken fiber is the fabric of a cocoon which allows a creature to evolve within it, metamorphosis may afford a nascent being rudimentary cognizance, perhaps even the means to separate a vacuous sense of being nowhere to the dual cognizance of existence and placement. When a seemingly incoherent assortment of squiggles and lines turns out to be hieroglyphics, or an amalgam of anthropomorphic pictographs, hitherto deemed to be inscrutable, turns out to be a sophisticated geometry of linguistics, the once incoherent becomes clear, and, in noting what has been stated before our time, a sense of history becomes paradigmatic for realizing future potential. What separates a wizened interior from inchoate, extraneous matter is a mantle that must be breached. Imagine a pit as a lacuna, a place to fall as long as it takes to gain some insight. A lisp for piss is pith. Easement, release, relief from what strains inside, beckons to be set free. Part core, part marrow, bone center, it is the nutritious grid that forms the architecture for a stand. This pith is an itch, a palpable gnawing, a nuisance of sensation that acknowledges irritation, such as burns and tickles, an urgent rash that begs attention. The pit of fruit is regenerative. The pit of my gut is a temple of goo, of pink viscera writhing with strings of bile, blood and mucus, bits of the body not to be ignored but rather studied like smears of excreta, daubed on slides that glean revelations from obscure distress. This pith is like a miracle camera that through some witchy alchemy will realize covert vision adverse to detection. As truth serum can reveal, much to mull over, psychic scabs for the picking, evasions of reality, closeted predilections, dangerous convictions, criminal desires, a ransom note, a death threat, mayhem, or instant mind peculiarities that become visions just appear in the mind like seen plastic statuary bequeathing benedictions in the hallucinatory marl that is especially formative for epiphanies that rise from furtive origins, like morels popping up from under rotten boughs in a tepid, rain-nourished grove. Pith is the breathing essence, the repository of free breezes that feed nerve in synaptic rush, reels of dispatches that serve to codify all encounters in symbolic order, an endless catalog for comparison, mind springs evocative of incantations to propose reason, transforming raw forms of blurb and innuendo into a semblance of meaning and commonality. Insight is a composite of empirical experience and instinct. Pith lain on pulp typed with electric brain, craves all that is fresh to digest, in soul peristalsis for the endless quest to understand everything.